What's up, guys? It's your boy Zion, and I'm bringing you another Destiny video. This is to talk about the new strike mechanics in the Taken King. They basically made strikes we talked about that had bosses that you could get specific drops from that came along with farmable loot, and there's a whole nother video on that. I'll leave a card right about now going ahead and showing you guys all that crap. But the actual strike itself has some really awesome mechanics. Basically, it has new things that we haven't encountered in strikes before. The bosses don't seem like giant fucking mountains of health that just stand there and try to fuck your day up. Yeah, that's not a thing. With the new strike, the one I'm referring to is the Shield Brothers. There's actually a portion of the strike where you basically progress through the strike. Like every other strike, you go through, run through, kill ads, go to the next portion. There's a point where you come onto a room where it has a tank. Similar to the tank in the Valist Auric fight, there's a tank, but it's sitting in a room and doesn't really move much. You have two rooms basically to fight this in, and it's a very confined space, but the tank doesn't have a huge AoE, which is kind of good considering the size of the room you're fighting in. Then you actually progress past this. They have cool ways of blocking you from moving back, such as once you start the encounter with the tank, flames shoot out from the floor if you're not in the room already, and the dot from them actually stacks. So a pretty easy way to kill yourself is if you try to leave the room, or if you aren't with your group and some jackass starts that encounter before everyone's actually there. Really quick way to kill everyone. Then you move into the actual fight itself, and the first Shield Brother that comes out basically jumps at you, uses his jetpack to get a lot of momentum and hit you. Now, it does a lot of damage. It's not going to one-shot you, but it has an annoying mechanic in which it does that the phalanx melee, where you can get fucking thrown across the room and slammed into a wall and die. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. I don't really agree with that one. I don't think there should be any kind of knockback to that degree where I can be thrown across a room and hit a wall and die. But I do like the mechanic that the boss is actually mobile. You have to watch out for him, and he does change his targets, and it's not like he's tethered to a single person and aggro specifically on them. He will jump and try to hit whoever's closest to him, and kind of seems a little random. So it's actually really cool. It's a really fast-paced kind of boss, and he doesn't have shit tons of health. Once you knock him down to about like half health, he goes ahead and he disappears. He becomes immune, disappears. The next Shield Brother comes out, and he actually has like a mortar type attack where he doesn't really move too much unless you get all up in his grill. But he goes ahead and has a mortar attack where you go ahead and have to dodge fucking glowing circles on the ground. Like every other mortar in every other video game, there's glowing circles saying, hey, get the fuck out. Like shit's going down right here. Don't be here. Fuck off. So, you basically have to go ahead and dodge his mortar strikes and DPS him. Then there's the part where both Shield Brothers come out at the same time. Now, this is kind of a Romeo and Juliet type fight, in the fact that you have to fight two bosses. However, it's not something where if you kill one boss before the other, the bosses respawn and get, like, harder. It's not that kind of Romeo and Juliet fight. The way it works is you actually you can kill whichever one you want, but then the one that you left alive gets the powers of the first one. So in the gameplay I've seen, they killed the first Shield Brother who does his melee punches, and there's new twists with this. So like the first Shield Brother who came out, the one who does his melee and flies around and has jetpacks and shit, leaves a AoE field on the ground that's fire. It burns you. Really hurts, really annoying to deal with. So what I've seen is people take him out first. The problem with that is the second Shield Brother, who now when he comes out has a giant shield around him, you have to get inside of his shield and shoot him a little bit to go ahead and get him to move. And that's when he's vulnerable, is you have to get into his shield and kind of burst him down a little bit before he moves and puts his shield back up. So once he goes ahead and moves and puts his shield back up, he also has the power of that melee, the first Shield Brother. He will jump and try to punch you and leave an area of effect on the ground, which is really cool to see that whichever one you kill, its powers basically go to the second one. So it's a really cool mechanic to think about. Which do you rather want to deal with? The area of effect, the flying melee, or do you want to deal with the shield and mortar strike, and I don't know which. Like I said, the gameplay I've seen, they kill the first shield brother first, not the one that shoots mortars. So it'd be interesting to see if you kill the second one that shoots mortars, does the first shield brother get its massive shield and does it shoot mortars all the time while trying to punch you? That'd be an interesting mechanic to go ahead and see. But basically, that's how the fight pans out, and then you get loot specific to each shield brother. I think it's a weapon and a piece of gear. So yeah, I can't wait to see the new strikes, especially if they're modeled similar to that one strike where it seems like it's really fast-paced, really interesting, and will be a lot of fun to go ahead and learn and play. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, a comment, a favorite, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you guys later. Peace.